Lesson 5.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm so glad to be here with you guys today. And that voice, by the way, is the infamous Kyle. He is my cameraman, so thank you, cameraman Kyle. He's also my husband, so he's been he's been very supportive. So yeah, that's Kyle. Shout out to all my subscribers. If anybody likes my channel, I'm so glad that you're here.
Support me.
Yeah, learning how to play the piano even while we are social distancing, right? We can learn how to play the piano even while we're social distancing.
Yay.
Right? So today, it's not going to be as hard as last time. Last time, we kind of had, in our last video, we kind of had our, we had our left hand and our right hand going all over the place, right? With scales and things like that. But it's, it's going to be very essential as you learn how to play new songs, and stuff like that. So I want to encourage you to practice those scales. I know they are very boring. I know they're very daunting. They're just like, oh my goodness, I have to do this again. It's like doing push-ups. It's like a boot camp, right? Before you get to be, I don't know, before you get to go to the military or something like that. It's like, I used to call scales and warm-ups, I call them finger boot camp, because that's pretty much what it is. So, I want to encourage you to continue to practice those. Also, as another disclaimer, I do say this in all of my videos, I am not a music major, okay? I'm not, I'm kind of an amateur piano teacher / piano player, and I'm doing this for fun, okay? I'm doing this because I'm very passionate about teaching people how to play the piano, how to, just to have fun playing music, and it's because it's, we're living in a difficult time right now, and, why not occupy your time at home while you're social distancing, or even when you're not social distancing. If you're watching this in the future, right, and you're still just, maybe you just still want to stay home, right?
Well, what people don't know, the person that's talking to you, she actually has 3 albums out.
Thank you, Kyle. He could put a link in the description. Kyle, you can be in charge of that, to where you can find my music also. So I'm also available at Singing Angel 238. You can hear me singing and playing the piano there as well. So on my other channel. Okay.
Begin.
So
Lesson 5.
That would be Kyle. So, while we're social distancing and while we're home right now, a lot of us are still stuck in our homes. And why not fill that time when you're not working from home, right, as I do, when we're, why not take that time and learn something new, learn a new skill, besides the spring cleaning out your garage and doing all that fun stuff too. Wind down and learn how to play an instrument. And that's what I'm here for. That's where I come in. I am passionate. One of my pet peeves is piano teachers do a lot of this hand-over-hand business. I'm going to demonstrate with Kyle's hand. Kyle, if you can put your hand up here. When I was learning how to play the piano, Kyle's kind of going to be my guinea pig here. People would just manipulate my fingers. Can I have you just strike a couple of keys?
You got big fingers.
Yeah. So people would just like manipulate my fingers, right? Just like I'm doing with Kyle. And you know what? That is just not okay. All right. That is just not cool. Yeah, exactly. That is just like not okay. All right. That's a little too close. Okay, especially for me. I like my, believe it or not, I kind of like the 6 feet apart.
Social distancing.
Social distancing. Hashtag social distancing. Okay? So, that's too close. Okay? We're supposed to be 6 feet apart. He's married to me, so he's allowed to be closer to me. Thank you, Kyle. So, anyway, so we're going to have some fun with this. So today we're going to learn about chords. Okay, chords essentially are 3 notes sounded simultaneously in a harmonic manner. And what I mean by that is harmony, right? Is like so. Do you see how much better that sounds? better that sounds as opposed to... Okay, that's monophonic. That's just... Monophonic just means that's one sound, right? Harmony, if you're doing harmony, that's... It sounds so much better, right? It sounds so much better to the ear. It's so much more color to your music. Chords are three or more notes sounded simultaneously, and some of them don't sound as harmonic, like this chord right here. That's a real chord that's used a lot in classical music. Some of them sound dissonant, like this, or like that. That's a little more jazzy. That's a little more dissonant, right? But that's used a lot in classical music. But today I'm just going to focus on what is called a C major chord, or the chords in a C major key, right? Or a C major scale. C major is the key that we're playing in, okay? So in the left hand, a chord sounds like this, and it's with your fingers 5, 3, and 1. And typically when you play a song, right, your melody would be on the right hand and your chords will be in the left hand. Sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes chords are in both hands, right? There are times where we, use chords in both hands. And in classical music, that is very much the case. Okay? But in, like, your pop song, like Lean on Me, or, other songs, your chords will be typically in the left hand and your melody will be in the right hand.
Margaritaville.
Margaritaville. Okay, I don't want to confuse you anymore. Oh my god, we're just having fun. You have to, right? Alright, so in the left hand, to play a chord, it's 5, 3, and 1. And in the right hand, it is 1, 3, and 5. If you want to insist on doing 1, 3, and 5 in both.
That sounds like
oh my gosh.
It sounds like it though.
It does. Okay, so that's a chord. Now in the left hand, I'm just gonna start with the left hand. 5, 3, and 1. Okay, C, E, and G. Okay, C, E, and G. That's a C, that's an E, and that's a G. And you should know, because we've been doing ear training, right? This is a G. A, B, C, or C, D, E, F, G. That's another way you could remember that G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? Bad joke, sorry. C, D, E, F, G. We've gone over that. Okay? So that's a chord. That's a C, E, and G is called a C chord, or a C major chord. Okay? And in the right hand, it's 1, 3, and 5. Remember, your thumb is on middle C, and you should already be oriented to your piano. Remember how we talked about that? So your middle C should be right in front of you. C, E, and G. Okay, that is how you play chords in both hands. I'm going to go up the C major scale and I'm going to play all the chords. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up what is called diatonically. And what that is that means we're going to move our hands, we're going to move our fingers one white key over at a time. So our C in our left hand is going to move to D, and what was our E is going to move to our F, and what was our G is going to move to our A. So B, D, and A, that's a D chord. So we're going to keep just going up. So C. And all I'm doing is moving up just one chord. That's kind of a dissonant, kind of a sour sounding chord, right? See how pleasant all the others sound, and that B is kind of dissonant. That's B, D, F, right? B, D, and F. Those sound a little bit dissonant. That's a diminished chord, but we'll get to that in a different. For now, we'll just call it a B chord. That B chord's a little is all your pinky in your left hand, your third finger, which is your middle finger, and your thumb. Okay, those are the fingers you'll be using. Now we're gonna switch to the right hand. Thumb on middle C, third finger on E, fifth finger on G, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go up diatonically. There's our dissonant B chord. Okay. All right. Woohoo! So if you were following along, feel free to practice that. Practice one hand at a time so you get really, really good at this. I would rather you practice one hand at a time and get really, really, really good, and then practice the other hand and then get really, really, really good, and then you could put those together and then get really, 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 really good at all of that, okay? So we're going to put all these together. If you haven't practiced one hand at a time or you feel ready to move on, if you don't feel ready to move on, go ahead and pause. Yeah, go ahead and pause this video. And thank you, Kyle. And resume whenever you feel ready. So we're going to resume with chords in both hands, right? Okay. So we're doing the same thing. We're playing with our fingers 1, 3, and 5 in both hands. An octave apart in this bass notes. So that's, there's a lot of songs in the key of C, okay? And the most obvious one that we've been working on, obviously, is Lean On Me, right? So all you do for that, really, is what we just did. Obviously, it's a little faster, but it's... that dissonant B chord, right? It has a this little scary kind of a tune to it. Right? And obviously there's a lot of songs in the key of C. That would be Piano Man by Billy Joel. Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of songs that use that.
I don't have enough bread to put in your jar right now.
Okay, there's a lot of songs that use that that diatonic going up. I'm just doing a couple more fancy things, but that's all it is. It's just a 1, 3, and 5 in both hands, both starting with C, just like we did last time. Okay. All right, that's it for this video, guys. If you like my videos, subscribe, and you can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Ring that bell if you like.
If you want to continue.
If you want to continue with watching my videos every time I make an upload, you will see my videos every time you ring that bell. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.
Goodbye.